Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Hey everybody, hey everybody, hey everybody. We're doing this video today. We are talking about Miss Nell Carter, Nell Ruth Hardy, aka Nell Carter. And did you know that Nell Carter had a drug addiction? I don't even know if you all knew that. Or did you know that Nell Carter was raped at the age of 16 and had a daughter? I don't even know if you knew that. And did you know that Nell Carter was married twice to white men, and somewhere during that time she converted to Judaism? Yeah, because she called herself like a fat black Jewish woman. Yes, she did. And did you know that Nell Carter was a lesbian? No. I'm just telling you what I heard. I'm just telling you. And did you know that Nell Carter and Whitney Houston were very good friends? Did you know that? Well, if you didn't know, you gonna learn today. Now, hey everybody, this is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. Please make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at what? At Geneva's Closet. And you can email me at genevascloset22@gmail.com. Now let's get into the story. But before I do, let me welcome Miss Essie Berry, because Miss Essie Berry, civil rights activist to be exact. Essie Berry is here to chime in, from time to time. So we're going to say hey to Miss Berry. Hey, Miss Berry, how you doing?
Let's get ready.
Yes, let's get ready. We about to get this thing on and popping. So, how I want to start this whole thing off is, let me tell you, first of all, why I even decided, because look, the title of the video says lesbian Nell Carter was, I think it says sexually violated or something like that at 16 years old and had a child. Now, I know the title may sound a little vulgar, but let me just let you know, from me to you, there is no disrespect or anything when it comes to Miss Nell Carter, because I have always been a fan of hers, ever since GimmeABreak, because that's what I can mostly remember her from. Y'all remember the hit show GimmeABreak that came out? Let me see, let me put this other thing up. Okay, let me see. Full screen, we're gonna do it like this. Y'all remember the hit show GimmeABreak that came out from 1981 to 1987? So yeah, I have always been a fan of Miss Nell Carter, so there's no disrespect and stuff going on there. But the reason why I decided to do this video in the first place was because probably about 10 years ago, just so you can have an idea on where my mind is coming from, probably about 10 years ago, give or take a year or two, I had did some research on Nell Carter. I don't even know why, just because. And then that's when I found out that she had adopted some children and that she had a daughter. Now, I don't remember where my research went then. I'm pretty sure I tried to look into it some more and whatever, couldn't find none, whatever. But it happened again, people, about a few weeks ago, maybe about 2 weeks to be exact. For whatever reason, she popped on my mind, so I decided to do some research on it, because I'm like, wait a minute, my research done progressed since back in the day. So I decided to do some research on her, and that's when I found out that she was raped and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, what? Now let me do this. Can I bring this up full screen just so we can have some more pictures of Miss Nell Carter? Y'all remember Nell Carter from GimmeABreak? We loved Nell. Did we not love her on that show? Yes, we did. Loved her. And then I was going to sing the song too. Because I was like, should we sing the song? Give me a break. Don't you need to? Wait. What you say? What you say, girl? Wait a minute. Wait. What you say?
Let's do the song, baby. Let's do the song.
What? Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Can I pull it up? Because I went and found the lyrics to the original version of the song. Let me see.
But when they copyright us, we do that, so we can sing without it.
Girl, look, I'm not doing it with the music because they ain't finna copyright me. They are not finna copyright me. Okay, now let me try to remember which, because she got two different versions. It was the first version, Give Me a Break. Wait a minute.
Give me a break,
I sure deserve it. It's time I made it to the top. Give me a break, I'm looking for it. Have me pull out every stop. Now that's the first one. And then she had the other one. And then y'all know the second one where she do, what happened to my piece of the cake? Because that's the part. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Exactly. What you say?
I didn't know it was 2 versions.
I didn't know that either. It was the 1981 to 1983 version, and then it said it was written by R. Page and J. Graydon, and then there was the 1983 to 1987 version, and that's the one that I probably like the best, where she do the piece of the cake or whatever. But anyway, let me get back to the story. So let me pull up this first article that I want to read to y'all, because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the articles and read certain things to you because I want you to hear certain names. So then when I go back and show you certain things, you can get a better idea of where I'm coming from. So this article that I'm reading from, this article is coming from People, and it was written in 1994. Now, before I say that, let me say this. Before I say that, let me say this, that Miss, let me say this, that Nell Ruth Hardy, because that's her maiden name, Hardy, not Carter. Nell Ruth Hardy was born September 13th, 1948 in Birmingham, Alabama, and passed away January 23rd, 2003 in Beverly Hills, California. And she was born to her mother, Edna Mae Humphrey, Lee being her maiden name, born in 1917, died in 2004, just 1 year after Nell died, and her father, Horace Lee Hardy, born in 1917 in Georgia, but died in 1949 in Alabama at the age of 32 years old. So we're going to get into that in a bit. So now let me read you this article about Miss Nell Carter. So let me remove Esiberi right quick. Wait a minute. Do I got it on the screen? Is it on the screen? I don't even know. There we go, right there. Okay, so let me read you this article from People's Magazine, and it says, Nell Carter is by her own admission that rare mix, a short, fat, Jewish black woman. She is also that showbiz rarity, a musical comedy star as much at home on the TV screen as she is on the stage. Winner of a Tony and an Emmy for the 1978 Broadway hit Ain't Misbehavin' and NBC's 1982 version. Didn't even know that about her. Carter electrified theater audiences with her razzle-dazzle singing, because then we just love her voice. But she also charmed TV viewers with her sassy humor and earthy wisdom as housekeeper Nellie Harper in the popular 80s sitcom GimmeABreak. So her original name was Nell Hardy. But on the show, they called her Nellie Harper, so not too far from her name. And it says that title might also seem appropriate to Carter's tragic personal life. When she was only 2, growing up in Birmingham, Alabama, the 5th of 9 children of Edna Mae Humphrey. Remember, I told you that was her Humphrey, because I don't know, she was married to some. Nell Carter's mother was married a few times, but we're going to get into that. A homemaker, Edna Mae was a homemaker, and her second husband, Horace Hardy, an Army sergeant. Nell witnessed her father's death when he accidentally stepped on a live power line in a field next to their home. When she was 16, she was raped at gunpoint. Here for the first time, Carter discusses that trauma and reveals that her daughter, Tracy, now 27, and a Centers for Disease Control counselor in Miami, was not the offspring of an early marriage, as Carter had long maintained, but the child of rape. Yes, that's what it said. Because this is an interview done with Nell Carter back in 1994. Even as Carter began building a successful career, first as a cabaret singer and stage actress in New York City, then as a TV star in Hollywood, she grappled with obesity, alcoholism, and cocaine addiction. Most harrowing of all was a double aneurysm in her brain diagnosed in 1992, which nearly took her life. Did we know that? I had no idea. Now, a year and a half later, after her surgery, Carter, 45, is fully recovered, healthier and more tranquil than she has been in years. As she told the deputy blah, 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 honey, I know God has always loved me. The difference since the aneurysm is now I love myself too. Now, this is what she said. At 15, in my junior year of high school, this is Nell Carter talking, I began singing with a little group, the Renaissance Ensemble. We played coffee houses and gay bars. I used to tell my mom that was going somewhere that I was going to like a movie. She never knew. A year later, on the night of July 4th, 1965, I went with a group of one of the clubs, to one of the clubs where I sang way out in the woods. Afterwards, I got a ride back with this guy I knew. And on the way, he stopped the car and told me to get out. He pointed a shotgun at me. Then he took me to the trees and raped me. So this was somebody she knew at 16. When I got home, I was numb. I told my sister, Willie, remember that name? She got a sister named Willie. I told my sister, Willie. She tried to console me, told me that we'd get through it. My brother Bernard, remember the brother Bernard, who was always so wise, told me what had happened was terrible, but that not all people acted like that, and I couldn't lose hope. But my mother didn't give me much reason to hope. When I told her I'd been raped, she called me a hurtful name. I remember thinking, what did I do? Am I a slut? We never called the police. Rape wasn't something you talked about then outside the family. When I missed my monthly period, that is, I was in shock. I hadn't even been told the facts of life. I went to my mother, which was a mistake. There was no understanding there. I could have had an abortion. They were around, but I had my baby, my daughter Tracy. I've always told people that she was the product of an early marriage, but that was a lie. My brother helped me concoct as protection from even more pain. I tried raising Tracy by myself, but it was too hard for me. My sister Willie brought her up. Her sister Willie brought up her daughter Tracy that she conceived from the rape, because Willie was 12 years older than me. She was married, had children, and a real home. Tracy came in as the baby of the family. At 19, Carter went to New York City, where she sang at supper clubs, and 3 years later made her stage debut in Soon, a 1970 musical comedy co-starring Richard Gere. What, I didn't know she worked with Richard Gere, Peter Allen, and Barry Bostwick. Bigger and better shows followed, including Jesus Christ Superstar and Ain't Misbehavin'. In the late 70s, Carter leaped to TV with co-starring roles on Ryan's Hope, ain't that a soap opera? And Lobo. I don't even know what that is, but she did that too. Then in 1981 came her sitcom, Breakthrough, on NBC, and we all know what that is. GimmeABreak ran for 6 years and gave me the kind of money and freedom that I had dreamed would make me happy. But it didn't. Nor had winning the Tony for Ain't Misbehavin' in 1978. The problem was my personal life. In 1979, I met Cord Krenicki. This is a man that she had married. We'll show them pictures a little bit later. He was a rich businessman from Austria and probably the most gorgeous man I had ever seen. I spotted him while I was doing a show in San Francisco and thought I died. We married in 1982. I got drunk on our wedding night, just smashed. I wasn't celebrating as much as I was frightened about what I'd done. The thought of making a commitment made me sick to my stomach. I should never be married. I'm at all my best when there's distance between me and the man. I wonder why. You know, that whole rape incident. And then we already found out her father passed away when she was 2 years old. But anyway, I don't like compromising. If I'm with someone for too long, I begin feeling trapped. A lot of women and people feel that way. George left me after just 18 months of when I was for doing drugs. At the Tony Awards show party in 1978, a famous person whose name I won't mention gave me cocaine. And it was amazing. Thing in the world. Before then, I had used food and booze to escape. But I didn't ever feel as if I was out of control. As soon as I did cocaine, Though I was hooked, I started getting fatter and crazier. I would eat, do the show, go home, lock myself away in my room, and snort cocaine. Woo, Nell told it all, didn't she? How much was I doing? Sometimes I needed about $2,200 a day. Sometimes it was just $1,000. It was making about I was making about $50,000 a week. I did cocaine all night, then drank about 3 in the morning to get to sleep so I could get up for a 6 o'clock call in the studio. But around 5:30, you realize that you smell like booze. So you do coke to wake up. Once Joe Thurm, whoever, an NBC casting executive, and Dr. Larry Siegler, a friend of mine, broke into my house in Beverly Hills after not hearing from me for several days, and found me lying on the floor unconscious and wrapped in my mink. They got me right into Century City Hospital. That was the first of several rehab stays. I hated being there. I just wanted to get the hell out so I could get a hit of coke. After a few weeks, though, I accepted that I was an addict and managed to stay clean for a while after leaving there. I searched for answers to life's meaning, and though I was raised in Presbyterian, I converted to Judaism around 1983, but my drug problems persisted. All through the mid-1980s, while I was doing GimmeABreak, I went in and out of treatment hospitals. What? Who knew? It wasn't my choice. My husband and friends saw to it. Around 1985 or 86, I saw Liza Minnelli perform in London. Right after she and Astrid Lundstrom's Rolling Stone bassist, Bill Wyman's ex-girlfriend, put me on a plane to Minnesota and got me into Hazelden, if I'm saying that correctly. Considering the state I was in, I'm convinced I would have been dead if they hadn't done that. At Hazelden, they had me in major therapy, writing essays, talking to counselors, even cleaning toilets. I spent more than a month there. I haven't done cocaine since. That's what Nell said. In 1987, GimmeABreak went off air. Carter sold her house in Beverly Hills and moved to Manhattan, where she resumed her nightclub act. 2 years later, her brother and closest confidant, Bernard. Remember Bernard, the one who had the conversation with her after she got raped and told her, I know this happened to you, but not all people is like that. Bernard, then 44, and a college professor in Chicago, died of AIDS. Without him, I didn't know where to turn. Moving back to LA and reconciling with Green Nicky, remember the husband, she determined to have a child with him, but she suffered 3 miscarriages and in frustration blamed her husband, even though I knew it wasn't his fault. Eventually, it led us to finalize our divorce in 1992. Happily, Carter wound up adopting 2 baby boys, Joshua Bernard, born in December 1989, and Daniel, born 2 months later. In May 1992, she wed Canadian record producer Roger Lockrick, whatever people. But her elation was short-lived. That same month, Carter's grandmother, Edna Lee, because remember I told you that her mother and her grandmother both named Edna Mae. Edna Lee, whom she adored, died of Alzheimer's disease. And shortly afterward, her husband, the LaCrocky man, I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name wrong, he left her too. He filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. During this period, an even more shattering crisis was beginning to unfold. I thought the headaches I've been having for a few months were the result of stress piling up. But one weekend in July, I flew out to Atlanta to do an AIDS benefit because, she had got into the AIDS thing after her brother passed away. Because remember, her brother passed away in Chicago from AIDS. So she had went to go do an AIDS benefit. On the plane, I asked my manager, do you smell something funny? He didn't. I drank the glass of water and something seemed wrong with it. At the time, I had no idea this behavior was caused by 2 aneurysms pressing on my brain. Back home the next weekend, I couldn't get out of bed. My headaches were unrelenting. On Monday, my housekeeper took me to the doctor. Everything was painful. I screamed just from the feel of the tears running down my face. The next thing I knew, I was in ICU at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Both aneurysms had burst, and within 12 hours of arriving at the hospital, I had surgery. I'm sure I would have died without it. But the doctors removed one of the aneurysms. They wanted to wait before operating on the second because of my weight and because I had lost too much blood. Woo! When I got out of surgery, I immediately asked for my boys. I wanted to hug them. I went home for a while, but waiting a month for the second operation nearly killed me. I was scared that I hemorrhage. But before I re-entered Cedars-Sinai in August 1992, my daughter Tracy, you know Tracy that was conceived from the rape, Tracy and friends like Angie Dickinson and my agent, John Kimball, had made me feel that God was with me. I worried more for my children. Danny was so scared, and Josh, you know, her adopted sons, and Josh just laid down and said, "Mommy hurt." It made me want to get it over with. I left the hospital on September 13, 1992, my 44th birthday. As I entered our house, I heard, "Surprise!" Friends had organized a party. My little boys had on their fancy Brooks Brothers outfits, and their smiles were the best medicine I could have possibly wished for. That's when I began to learn what was important in life. I spent months in every kind of therapy, physical and mental, but not sexual. I'm fine there. You know, she said she good with the sexual thing. I knew I was getting better finally when the doctor stuck a pin in me and asked if I felt it. Yes, hell yes, I answered. You stuck it in me. In early 1993, I dared to get back on stage, singing at an AIDS benefit in Beverly Hills. But the big test came in March when choreographer Debbie Allen, and y'all know who Debbie Allen is. Y'all know the Bill Cosby Show, Felicia Rashad, sister Debbie Allen that played on Fame. Stop playing games. Debbie Allen asked me to sing Aladdin's A Friend Like Me on the Academy Award. What? Did you know she had to? I didn't even know. Although nervous, I figured if Debbie thought I could do it, then I would. It went great. I remember the words and I didn't fall. Afterward, I felt as beautiful as Michelle Pfeiffer. It's funny that she used Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer. A few months later, I auditioned for the ABC sitcom Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Y'all remember she played on that with Hanging with Mr. Cooper with Raven Simone? Y'all know Raven Simone. Anyway, they were looking to fill the role of the high school principal. I got cast exactly a year from the day of my first operation. Since then, I've felt reborn. I haven't had a drink for almost 2 years, people. No drugs either. For my last birthday, I got myself a trainer, someone who looks good and can make me think. I've seen thoughts while I exercise. You better tell them now. Which includes aerobics, like walking and chasing the kids. I'm trying to lose weight by working with the nutritionist and avoiding fattening foods. My weight is at its peak. My weight at its peak was close to 300 pounds. Now, I'm under 250. That's what she said. The aneurysms were the best thing that happened to me. Really? Why is that? They knocked me down and made me stop. Now I talk to God every morning. I appreciate life. I don't blame anyone, including my mother, for anything that happened in my past. I speak to her, but we're still having our problems. That's just fine the way it is. I no longer think of myself as a victim. The first thing I said to myself on recovering was, pray for yourself. The rest will take care of itself. And it has. Okay? All right now. And like I said, that's People Magazine, people.com, an interview that they done with Nell Carter, February 28th, 1994. Now we're going to go in with Miss Berry right quick to see if she has anything that she want to say. Do she have anything, Miss Berry?
I'm gonna be honest. I was just fascinated way you was just reading it. Everybody seemed like they have a story. So now we know, even though we saw the beautiful person, because I love Nell Carter. That was one of, you know, if you black, that was one of the little sitcoms that you grew up on besides Good Time, What's Happening, The Jeffersons. All those played the roles together. Not in my wildest dreams would I knew that this woman went through all this. And you guys, the first time y'all hearing it is the first time I hear it too. So I'd be stuck like, you know, just knowing. And I'm so sorry that happened to her as far as her is concerned, you know, as far as her even having to go through that. I just think it's sad. Beautiful lady. Well put together, can sing, and y'all look. So I'm enjoying this with you guys. I really thank you guys for joining us. But Nell Carter had a story of her own, and it was so sad that she had to be violated at an early age, and then you got to turn around and lie about it. I wonder how many other celebrities go in dark places like that because of things they've been through, and then they got to lie about it. Oh, and I also seen someone too was in the comment box that said that they were a high school friend of Nell Carter's daughter, Miss Tracy. So welcome as well. Maybe Geneva may have some questions because she's in the box right now. So we welcome you too, just to know that you know spoken. You're watching the story as well. Go ahead, ma'am. Your story, your truth.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Nell Carter's second husband. Nell Carter's wedding. Let me make this a little bit bigger. I'm sorry. Nell Carter's wedding. Former GimmeABreak TV star Nell Carter and her new husband, Roger Lackrell, the second husband, cut their wedding cake during a recent midnight ceremony in Las Vegas. It is Miss Carter's third marriage. Third marriage? The hell, the third marriage. She filed for divorce from Austria businessman George in 1989. So there go the picture of him, those two together. So yeah, she married white men. But based on the story that we heard, I'm coming to the assumption the people that she was singing in her group with back when she was 16 years old in Birmingham, Alabama were black people, right? So this is what I'm just assuming. So I'm assuming that this guy that she knew that put the gun up to her and took her off to the woods, I'm just thinking he was black. I don't know. I'm just thinking that he was. So maybe that's one of the reasons why she went off to white men. And here go the first husband. This is the first husband. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the second husband. Yep, there it go right there. But now let's get into this next article, people. Let's get into the next article. And the next one I'm going to read to you is this article that came out January 24th, 2003, when Nell Carter passed away. Because remember, I told you she passed away January 23rd, 2003. This article came out January 24th, 2003. And it says, young son finds body of tragic sitcom star Nell Carter, 54. Nell Carter, the bubbly, plus-size star of TV's GimmeABreak and Broadway's Ain't Misbehaving, died yesterday at the age of 54. The Tony winner collapsed in her Beverly Hills home, where she was found by her 13-year-old son, said her publicist Roger Lane, noting that Carter had battled diabetes for years. So let me do something. Let me bring up this particular article. And while I'm pulling up this article, let me take this off the screen and let me pull up her sons. Here go her sons that she adopted. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this one is the one that had found her, if I'm not mistaken. Nevertheless, she worked up until the end. She worked up until the end. This is pictures of her funeral. This is the pictures of the funeral. This is where she's buried at. Here go her headstone, Nell Ruth Carter. And you see she got her little thing on there because she said she was Jewish. And yeah, here go her son. This is Daniel Carter. There at his mother's funeral, January 27, 2003, in Culver City, California. And here go Josh. So now let me finish reading. Nevertheless, she worked up until the end, he told the Post, and was in rehearsals in Long Beach, California for Raisin, a musical version of A Raisin in the Sun at the time of her death. The 4'11" singer with the outsized voice first dazzled audience in the 1978 Fats Waller musical Ain't Misbehavin'. Her voice described as a cross between a violin and muted trumpet with the penetrating quality of a steel-tipped drill was nothing if not distinctive. Oh my God, the words they be using. It served her well in big musical revivals like Annie and Hello Dolly. She did that too, as well as in cabaret performances where she crooned something. I don't even know the words, but it was her sassy humor, not her voice, that got her noticed on TV, where she played the singer turned housekeeper in the long-running 80s sitcom Give Me a Break. Offstage, she could have used a break. The Birmingham, Alabama native who once described herself as the rare mix, a short, fat Jewish black woman, was a lightning rod of tragedy. At 2, she saw her father die when he stepped on a live power line. And at 16, she was raped at gunpoint. Later, she fought off obesity, alcoholism, diabetes, cocaine addiction, 3 miscarriages, and a brain aneurysm that nearly killed her in 1992. She converted to Judaism around 1983, not long after her marriage to George, an Australian businessman she spotted in the audience of a show she was doing in San Francisco. After the two ended in divorce, Carter adopted 2 boys. Years later, she revealed her daughter, Tracy, now in her 30s, was the product of rape. So yeah, those are the pictures of those. It's sad. It really is sad. Nell Carter, we loved Nell. We loved her. I'm going to put up something. Is it something you want to say, Essie?
I do. I want to say, do Tracy look like Nell, her daughter? Do she look like her?
Girl, we gonna get into Miss Tracy. We gonna get into it. You know we gonna get into what she say? What you say?
I'm all excited. I'm ready. Like, woo.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do things in like a little bit of chronological order, but we're definitely gonna get into Tracy. Next thing I want to read to you is, and I don't even want to read all of it, but I just want to give you some idea of some of the things that she was going through, because I just paid attention to. Don't you remember on Give Me a Break? One of the things that I noticed about Nell on Give Me a Break was that she cry easily. I think that's like one of the fantastic things about her. And people would say that just means that she was a very good actress, but I just think that it was deeper than that. It seemed like that she was very easy. It was very easy for her on that show, whenever there was some sensitive times and she needed to cry, to drop them tears. And after, when I was doing her story, when I was doing research on this, I found myself doing a lot of wow, that's sad, wow, she had to go through that. And then I thought about that too, how she was so, it was easy for her to cry on Give Me a Break. And it made me think that that's because she probably had a lot of sad sorrow places to go to. She probably had a lot of places she can go to in her mind that made her feel sad, that caused her to cry easily. It probably just wasn't hard for her. But I wanted to read to you this article and it's coming from Dan Doolin, DANNDULIN.com. And it talks about her brother. It says that, let me see, what part do I want to read? Her brother, it says, laughter gives way as Carter tells how she lost her brother, Bernard, to AIDS. We talked every night, okay? I knew everything in his life. He knew everything in my life. We were so close. In September 1988, he came to New York and brought a friend who he introduced as a reverend. I didn't think anything of it, even though Bernard said he was just coming up for the day from Chicago. I went upstairs and started making the bed. He came beside me and helped. He then said, I have cancer. He pointed to the moles on his neck. I just looked at him. I said, You'll be all right. Nell's voice turned sullen and low. He went home and he deteriorated quite quickly. And I found out that no matter how many millions of dollars you have to spend, or how many doctors you have, or how much you believe in a higher power, you can't stop AIDS. Shortly after Bernard's visit, Nell received a call from her doctor advising her to visit him. Nell asked if he was all right. The doctor replied, "He's given up." Carter arranged for her entire family to visit Bernard, even flying her 2 other brothers in from overseas. She spoke to Bernard over the phone, because remember, she was the 5th of 9 siblings. She spoke to Bernard over the phone, assuring him she'd be there. The night she took a red eye, which left at 11:45 p.m. I got in my seat, and then I remembered I hadn't taken my favorite seat 1A. I was in 2B, she says. I was nervous, so I pulled out my diary and started writing. "Dear Bernard, I love you so much." Then I passed out. I woke up all of a sudden and the plane was doing something. I looked up at my watch and it was 11:45. I knew then that he was gone. I just felt like everyone on the plane knew. You know what? That's something too, because when somebody passes away that's really close to you, I don't know. It's like a feeling like, do everyone know that this person is dead? Like, do everybody feel this pain that I'm having? So that's something that she said that. Arriving in Chicago the next morning, Nell's younger sister confirmed what she already knew. Indeed, her brother had died at 11:45. Bernard was 42 years old. Nell's eyes filled with tears. She always had a sad place to go. He was the best brother. He was the best friend. He started me singing. He made me learn the Hallelujah chorus when I was 5 years old. He made me learn all the parts, she says, with quivering lips and a playful, begrudging glance. And I loved it. We were 2 children unwanted by our birth mother. Whoa. Wow. That's interesting when I do this timeline. That's very interesting when I do this timeline that she says that about Bernard and about her. So, okay. She said that they were 2 children unwanted by our birth mother. See, my grandmother raised us. Bernard was a teacher, the dean of a college, lawyer, and a musician. She looks down, monetarily fingers a 9 to something, objects on the table. She continues, he just couldn't stop learning, and then AIDS took him. After Bernard died, I became a very bitter person. So, and then, although Carter had converted to Judaism, she always celebrated the Christmas season with Bernard. So when the first Christmas arrived without her brother, Nell didn't know how she would manage to get through it. Thankfully, she was looking forward to adopting a child who would be born next February, and that helped ease the loneliness. Then in early December, she received a call from another child already born and available for adoption. So this is how she ended up getting her kids and all of this. This is right after her brother passed away, but she was already trying to get kids. Oh, such a sad story, such a sad story. Now I want to read to you another article. And this article says, remember Nell Carter from GimmeABreak? She was a lesbian despite being married twice. Now, let me show you this. Let me show you this thing that I want to show y'all. This is Nell Carter's death certificate. This is Nell Carter's death certificate, okay? So on here, you see Nell at the top, Nell Ruth Carter, okay? You see, born in Alabama, September 13th, 1948. We're still at the top, 54 years old, black. You see, she was divorced, died January 23rd, 2003. She lists her mother and her father, Edna and Horace, but do you see right here, died in Beverly Hills? But I don't even know if you can see this. It says Ann Kaiser, domestic partner. You see that? Domestic partner at the time that she died. All righty. Now, let's read this article. Let's go into this article. And this article is coming from amomama.com, amomama.com. And it says, Nell Carter was an American singer, actress who had a highly successful career in Broadway. We already know that. Unfortunately, she passed away on January 23rd, 2003, when her son Joshua, who was only 13 at the time, found her body in the home in Beverly Hills. According to official reports, Nell collapsed and died almost immediately. While she stated in her will that she did not want to get an autopsy, other tests that included x-rays, physical examination, and blood tests revealed that atherosclerotic heart disease probably caused her death. And we see that right here on this form where we go down right here where it say probable arterial heart disease right there. That's what it's saying. That's what it says right there. And apart from that, Nell had diabetes, which might have contributed to her health problems and death. She is survived by 3 children and was interred at Hillside Cemetery. Even though she was not afraid to talk about any topic, it wasn't until her death that it was revealed to the public that the singer and actress was in a long-term relationship with a woman named Ann Kaiser, whatever, as GLBTQ Archive reported. Before meeting Ann, Nell was married to George. Soon after that, she converted to Judaism. And since she couldn't get pregnant, the couple decided to adopt 2 kids, Joshua and Daniel. We already know that. The two was together for 2 years and then called it quits in 1992. After that, she married music producer Roger. Unfortunately, the couple divorced a few months later. We already know that. In the mid-90s, Nell met and became romantically involved with Ann, whom she referred to as a friend and business partner. Soon after that, Ann moved to Nell's Beverly Hills home and started living there with Nell and her children. I was like, oh, wow, I did not know that. I did not know that. But based on Nell's story, now, I know that the LGBT community may have a little problem with what I'm about to say. But based on her story, I'm not surprised by that. She was raped at 16 years old. And I'm kind of interested in knowing what color was the man she was raped by, because I tend to think in my mind that he was black. And then that's what kind of caused her to go to marry 2 white men. And then Ann Kaiser, whatever they were saying that name, most people would probably think she was black, but for some reason in my mind, I tried to search for, I cut it off because I couldn't find it in the time that I was doing it. I'm not trying to stretch this thing out forever. In my mind, I think she was probably Caucasian-y. Now, that's just my opinion, okay? So, and then, yeah, so the fact that she then went to a woman after dealing with the things that she dealt with her relationships with the men, and you heard how she said she felt about relationships with the men. She can only deal with them for so much. She can't be controlled. She needs her space and stuff. I'm not surprised that she went to a woman. So, yep, that's with that one. Now, let me get to Nell's daughter right quick, Miss Tracy. So for me, I'm trying to figure out who is Tracy. Where's Tracy? Who is Tracy? Can we find Tracy? So then this is what I found. Going into finding Tracy. Who is Tracy? Where is Tracy? Do we even know the Tracy? My research kind of brought me to this. So first I had found this. Look at the face. You tell me, do she got a face like her mama or not? Now, if you confused by that and you like, I don't know if she got a face like her mama. I don't know. I'm a little confused. Now, remind you, this is when she was 16 years old, to say about 1967, Tracy Hardy. Now, let me say something about that right quick. Let me go to this right quick. When I started my research for Nell Carter, I was looking under Nell Carter. duh. Then I went to Wikipedia. Now, a lot of people be like, you shouldn't go to Wikipedia, but Wikipedia for me is always the basis, it's step one. You can get your step one information from there, and then from there you go off and do your own research. That's when I looked at Wikipedia, seeing that her name is Nell Ruth Hardy. So then I'm like, so why are you sitting up here looking up Carter, Geneva? Stop looking up Carter. There is not going to be a Carter. Because what I did was, in my research, I seen. So when I seen that her last name was Hardy, and then it came time for me to look for her daughter, because I'm looking up Tracy Carter. So I'm looking like, okay, she had her daughter when she was 16. What made her change her name to Carter? Did she marry somebody named Carter? What happened with the Carter? That's why I think that article said that she was married 3 times. I think that article thought that she was married to someone named Carter. That's not what I got from my research. My research tells me that she had Tracy when she was 16 years old, before her career started. Right before that, right after that, when she was 19 years old, she changed her name to Nell Carter. That's where the Carter came in at. Then after that, her career started. So knowing that, that means that when I looked up Tracy, I needed to look up Tracy as Tracy Hardy. And once I looked up Tracy as Tracy Hardy and started looking up Nell as Nell Hardy, and stopped doing this Carter thing, because it doesn't matter how much you look up a Carter. Who is going to be named Carter? Who? Because she only had one biological daughter. Now she named her adoptive sons, Carter, but really we're trying to go with biological here. We're just trying to go with biological. So that's how I then came up with then Tracy Hardy over here. So like I said, you're confused. You're like, I don't know. That might not even look like Nell Carter. So then we go to Nell Carter. Boom. Like, I don't even know Nell Carter. Okay, look at the face. Now we go back to her daughter. Now, what was her daughter at? Oh, shoot, and then here go the daughter. Exact same face. And then I found this picture of her daughter, another picture of her. I found a lot of pictures of Tracy. Tracy when she was back in school. So remember Willie, Nell's sister, that she said was 12 years older than her. 12 years. She was already married. Willie already had a husband. She wanted her to raise Tracy. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think she did an amazing job raising Tracy. I actually have more. Oh, here goes some more pictures of Tracy. This is because Tracy was in flag. As you see down here, skills is composed of members who are in flag corps. And here go Tracy. Right there in the middle, looking like her mama. She was in flag corps. I end up finding out that Tracy did a lot in school. She was in a lot of different things and stuff in school. Let me see. I got some more pictures of her. Here go another picture of her. So somebody said they went to school with Tracy. So you probably know these pictures then, girl. You probably you like, yep, that's Tracy. Tracy doing cheering or whatever y'all know what she was doing in the band. I'm like, Willie did a very good job. Here she go again in a yearbook. These are all yearbook pictures and school pictures and stuff that I found of her. So I said, Willie did a fantastic job. Now, what does Tracy look like today? Here go Tracy today. So here go a little information on Tracy. Her name is Tracy Janice Hardy. And based on the information I found, she was born April 22nd, 1966, and she is currently 55 years old. That was not the only information I found for her. I found her on Facebook and Instagram, Tracy J. Hardy, because remember her middle name is Janice. And here go other little pictures of her down there, picture of her when she was a child and everything else. And then I found this picture of her on Instagram. There she go right there. And you see how she calls herself Trinice, Tracy Janice, okay? Tracy J. Hardy. She's using the last name Hardy. I found this picture of her. She's on Twitter. Found her on Twitter. Alrighty, did that too. And yeah, so that's basically, I totally found her. So that's her, and that's her today. And what I found some other information about her. Let me go to that right quick. Let me go to me and then find oh, you know what? let me take this off and let me share. Wait, let me stop sharing this. And now let me go to another screen. Share screen. We're going to share this. And we are going to share this one. First, we're going to share this because I found this. Nell Carter's Los Angeles County Medical Examiner Coroner. And I found this interesting that I was even able to pull this up once I found the docket number or the whatever number for this, that I was able to pull this up. Can y'all see this? Because I can't even see y'all. Okay, yeah. It gives the case number, case closed, body status release, gender female, ethnicity black, place of death, residence, manner natural, investigator, deputy, Nell Carter, information proper calls, A told what it was, and yes, significant conditions, diabetes. That's what it said on there. Now, if I just click screens, do y'all see that? Nope, y'all don't. I have to stop sharing this one. Stop sharing this one, then go to the next screen that I found. Wait, but why am I showing y'all this screen? Okay, I know what I wanted to show y'all. Because so I'm like going through pictures and stuff, right? Going through pictures, trying to find Tracy, and I'm trying to verify. This is what it is. I'm trying to quadruple verify that this is Nell Carter's daughter, okay? So, y'all see this? Let me make sure you see it. Okay, y'all see it. Okay, so I seen this picture in Google Images. Y'all see this? I seen this picture with Nell and her 2 adoptive sons many a times when I was going through the picture. So I had already saved it to my phone. But something told me just day before yesterday to click on this picture. And when I clicked on this picture, I noticed something interesting. And it was this down here that says T. Hardy, saved to love my mom. Now this is Pinterest. T. Hardy, saved to love my mom. So I clicked on love for my mom, and here went Tracy Hardy, and on her Pinterest is all pictures of her mother. And I was like, oh my God, Tito, she even got pictures of her mother. Headstone on GimmeABreak, different things. So this is what she stuck to her Pinterest. It's just things for her mom, and she entitled it Love for My Mom. So these are all the pictures and the things she got on there. Don't you remember Adele, Nell's friend on GimmeABreak, that she was always going back and forth with? And then Baby Kids, did y'all know that Nell Carter did the voice in Baby Kids? Well, if you don't know, you done learned today. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, who she starred as, who voice she played as on Baby Kids. But I just thought this was something that she had this on here. So when I seen that, clicked on the picture. Yep, that's the same pictures that I had. Same face, that's the nose. That is Nell Carter's daughter that she conceived from the rape back when she was 16 years old. So yeah, that was basically it for that one. Now to go to something else right quick. Did I stop sharing that? Essie, do you got something you want to say?
I just want to say Nell was a beautiful woman. Sometimes people feel insecure about their size because of their weight. She carried it well, she wore it well, and she had self-confidence about herself, and I love that. And definitely, and some of those pictures that I saw all the way down, including the yearbook pictures, that was Nell Carter all the way. That was a mini Meek Nell Carter, period. And her daughter, she has a beautiful daughter too. So hey, on you.
Okay, and then just to let you know, okay, you know what? We'll go to it right quick, just because I like to pop up proof. So this is just proof. So you want to know what Tracy doing today? First of all, let me say this. After Nell Carter passed away, Tracy was in Big Brothers Big Sisters. I mean, she did a lot. Applause to Nell Carter's sister for raising her. But we heard in that interview that Nell Carter did that just because Willie, her older sister, raised her raised her Tracy, that don't mean that Nell wasn't involved too, because you heard that Nell was still involved in her daughter's life. So this is what I found. So what is Miss Tracy doing today? Oh my God. That woman is doing amazing things. Here we go right here. Where does Miss Tracy work at? Can y'all see this? Let me make sure y'all can see it so then I can do what I'm doing. Yeah, the woman is public health program specialist for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, people, the CDC. Tracy J. Hardy worked or works, whatever. Based on my research, she still worked there, but I don't know. Maybe she, 2017, just a few years ago, as a public health program specialist for the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and in 2017 had a blah, blah, blah. But that's, that's what she does. A public health program specialist in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Where is she at now? She's currently in Atlanta, Georgia. Alrighty then. Now we're going to get to the next thing. Next thing I'm going to show you right quick is I just brought up Nell Carter and I said, did you know that Nell Carter did the voice? Wait a minute. Nell Carter did the voice, did a voice on Baby Kids. Well, what voice did she do? She did. Remember Baby Kids? Remember that? We don't die, we multiply. Absolutely love that cartoon with what is, y'all know his name? The man that played it. What in the hell? Is it down at the bottom? Is his name at the bottom? Robin Harris. Do we not love Robin? Who did Nell Carter play? Y'all gonna have to go back and listen to the voice, because I had to go listen to the voice. She played Vivian, the friend. Don't you remember Robin Harris' ex, orange hair friend that was jealous? And then remember her friend? You know he love you. So y'all got to go back. Y'all better go to YouTube, Vivian, or Google search it. Vivian, you'll see the video and listen to the part of them in the bathroom. When I heard the laugh, I said, yep, that's Nell. That's Nell's laugh. But when she talks, I couldn't, but actresses and actors, they have a good way of changing their voices around and stuff. So that's who Nell Carter plays. She played Vivian, the voice of Vivian in Baby Kids. Just thought that was really interesting. Just thought that was very interesting. And we know that when old boy died, remember when he died? What was his name? He played as Kaniski on GimmeABreak. And remember when he died, Nell Carter was sad on the show? Oh, she was sad in real life, people. She was devastated when he passed away, because a lot had been transpiring. Remember, her brother passed away. Her mama passed, her grandmother passed away, which was her favorite grandmother, the grandmother who raised her. Now, let's get into this timeline a little bit. We're about to get into a timeline. Matter of fact, this is what we're going to do. We're going to rewind it back. So, here goes, because y'all know me, I got to check everything when I'm doing my research. Edna Mae Hardy. This is Nell Carter's mother. Nell Carter's mother was, no, wait a minute. Let me find something else. I'm looking for something else. Well, here go the sister. So just to throw this in right quick. Here go the sister. The sister that raised Nell Carter kids, Tracy, this is her. Willie Edna Taylor. Last name is not Hardy, it's Taylor. Born in 1936, died in 1997. And you see who the mother is. Her mother was Edna Mae Lee, same mother as Nell Carter. And now, what had happened was that, I'm going to be scrolling through some things, people, so y'all bear with me. You bear with me. Can y'all see these names at the bottom? Can you see that at the bottom? Okay, so Nell's mother, Edna M. Taylor, she married a man by the name of Willie Taylor, okay? Edna Mae Taylor and Willie Taylor, they got married and they had some children. They had Robert Taylor, Willie Taylor, remember the sister who raised Tracy? They had Willie Taylor, and they had another son by the name of Bernard. Remember the son Bernard? that Nell Carter said was her favorite brother, that the mother did not care for her and her brother Bernard. Well, Edna Mae Taylor, Edna Mae, she got married a few times. The first time she married a guy by the name of Willie Taylor, and she had 3 kids. She had Willie, Robert, and she had Bernard. Bernard, now here go Bernard. Remember, she said that Bernard was in Chicago when he died, and he died of AIDS, and he died August 11th, 1989. So this is him. Well, they had 3 kids. Let me go through my timeline. Let me go, because I found this timeline to be very interesting. So, based on my timeline, Nell Carter's mother married this guy named Willie Taylor in 1936, right? So then in 1936, probably, I don't know, a few weeks before or after they got married, she had Willie Edna Taylor, the sister that raised Tracy. Then she had a son named Robert L. Taylor, born in 1938. Now, while all this is going on, Nell Carter's father, Horace Hardy, he enlists in the army. Okay, in 1945, he's in the army. Now, while this is going on with him in the army, because I don't even know if him and Edna, if they were messing around or if they knew each other, I don't even know. But when Bernard Lee Taylor was born in 1945 too. So both things happened in 1945. But then Horace, Nell's father, is discharged from the army in 1947. May 19th, 1947 to be exact. Then Edna marries Horace October 4th, 1947. So I was like, what the hell happened to Willie Taylor that she married and had the 3 kids by? Willie, the oldest daughter, then Robert, and then Bernard, the favorite brother. So I'm thinking like maybe something was going on with Willie, Edna Mae and Willie. And then she had Bernard, and she got pregnant with Bernard. I don't know, like maybe she was messing with Horace, Nell's father. I don't know. But like I said, right after Horace gets out the army, May 19th, 1947, Nell's mother marries him October 4th, 1947. And then the next year, a year later, Nell is born September 13th, 1948. But get this, people. October 11th, 1949, just a year later, so 1 year and not even a month after Nell's birthday, one-year-old birthday, her father steps on the electric line on the side of the house and electrocutes himself and dies at the age of 32 years old. Now, by this time, Nell's mother, Edna, and Horace only been married for 2 years. Only 2 years, and she's burying her husband that she just had Nell by. Nell is only a year and a month. So now let's get into them. Let's get into that. Oh, wait, where's that thing at that I have found with the mother and the... Oh, because I thought this was sad right here. I had found this application for headstone or marker made by Edna Mae Hardy. You see the signature? This is Nell Carter's mother. Nell Carter's mother filling out for the headstone of Horace Lee Hardy, Nell Carter's father, born September 20th, 1917, but died October 11th, 1949. And like I said, this was right after they remember, they were married October 4th, 1947. October 4th. He died October 11th. So right after their 2-year anniversary. But look, people, he died 11th. Just 9 days after he died, she's sitting up here filling out for his headstone. Just sad. She got a 1-year-old child. Nell don't even know her father. She never gets a chance to even know her daddy. She never even gets a chance. So, yeah, that's basically what happened with that one. But I was able to find Horace Lee Hardy's. This is Horace Lee Hardy letting you know when he was born. Yeah, September 20th, 1917, when he died. He discharged from the Army May 19th, 1947, enlisted in 45. Death in 49, Grace Cemetery. I was able to find his headstone. Here go his headstone. It say that he was in World War II, so I actually found two headstones. I found that one and I found this one, mentioning World War II, if I'm not mistaken. Horace Lee Hardy, there go her father headstone. Mentions him here again. This is her mother, Edna Mae Humphrey. I don't know if Edna Mae married again after Nell and everyone else, because remember, she had 9 children. I did not find all of Nell's siblings. I only found a few of them because I stopped, because I was trying to look for specifics. But then there go the information on the mother. And when she died May 29th, 2004, just 1 year after her daughter died. Because remember, Nell died January 23rd, 2003. So she lived long enough to see her daughter pass away. And then she died the next year. So now that we're into that, there is another article that I want to read for you. There's another article that I want to read for you. And the reason why I'm reading this particular article is because I had no idea. I didn't know. I didn't know that Nell Carter and Whitney Houston were good friends. Did you know? Well, if you didn't know, you're going to learn today, people. And this is coming from the National Enquirer. Nell Carter died before she could save Whitney Houston, dated for January 30th, 2003. This is 7 days after she passed away. It says, Give Me a Break star Nell Carter died before she could see her most heartfelt dream come true, saving Whitney Houston from the hell of drug and alcohol addiction. After seeing, wait a minute, where's my picture at? Where's my picture? Here we go. After seeing Whitney's shocking TV interview with Diane Sawyer, a concerning Nell decided to help troubled songbird get into the Hazel Den. Remember the Hazel Den? That's the place that Nell went to for her recovery. So she tried to get the Hazel Den, tried to get her friend into the Hazel Den rehabilitation clinic in Minnesota. But the Emmy-winning actress, who's spoken publicly about her own battle with cocaine addiction, was found dead in her Beverly Hills home before she could reach Whitney, despite several frantic phone calls to family and friends. Nell loved Whitney Houston. What are you talking about? Their friendship dates back nearly 20 years to when Whitney made a guest appearance on Give Me a Break in 1984. She knew that Whitney had a problem with drugs, but she didn't realize its severity until the TV interview. Nell said, Whitney's crying out for help, a close friend added. Where's the picture at again with them on the show together? After seeing Whitney on TV, Nell said, I'm going to call Whitney's family and see if they can at least get her on the plane. Then we can do the rest on our end. Nell had a serious drug problem in the 80s and says Hazelden was wonderful for her. She felt they could really help Whitney too. At the time of her death, Nell was in rehearsals for a musical version of the movie A Raisin in the Sun called Raisin. Despite her hectic schedule, Nell, who'd suffered a string of serious health problems, including a brain aneurysm and diabetes, called showbiz friends and others who could help her contact Whitney's family, including her father and her cousin, Dionne Warwick. Nell also left messages with Whitney's people and her record label, but she never heard back from anyone, added a friend. She felt the main focus should be Whitney and her health. Nell told me, what are they going to say when that poor girl has a heart attack because she's done too much cocaine? Who will take the responsibility for that? And obviously she never made it, because Nell Carter ended up passing away again January 23rd, 2003 in her home. But yeah, I did not even know. Wait, where are some other pictures at that I had found with them on? Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't know. Now I probably seen this episode and didn't even know that they had started the thing. So yeah, I did not know that they were good friends. Did you know? I had no idea. I had none. But yeah, is there anything else that I wanted to show y'all? Let me try to go through. Oh, there is something else I wanted to mention. There is something else that I wanted to mention. Don't you remember the children that played on Give Me a Break with Nell? The children. Remember the children. Remember the children. Now, what do I want to say about the children? Do I got my pictures and stuff together? Let me see. What I wanted to say about the children is they said that Nell Carter loved the children, but we know that Nell loved kids. And that's what I find a lot too. I find that, and I'm not saying that this is with every family, this is with every person, but usually people that come from big families, remember Nell was the fifth of 9 children. Remember, usually people that come from big families love kids. They just love them. And despite what Nell Carter went through when she was 16 years old, and you know what happened with her daughter Tracy, unfortunate because Tracy was just ended up being a wonderful person. But she loved children. And despite what happened with that, we know that she wanted other children because she tried to have some with her husband, suffered miscarriages, said forget it. She went and adopted. And I even read that she had tried to adopt a few more times, and the adoption was, like they didn't let her adopt the children. So when she was on Give Me a Break, I heard that she loved the children. They said that she was really like a mother to them. That's what they said. And who are the children? We have the one who played Katie, the blonde heroine. Her real name is Carrie. And then we have the other one, remember, with the blue shirt on, she wore the glasses. Her name was Julie Koninsky. Remember, they were all the Koninsky family. Real name is Lori. And then we have the one in the middle. Her name was Sam, and her real name is Laura. But I heard that she loved all of the kids. She was on there, like she asked them all about the life, what was going on with them. She was very involved with them, but she very much took to Samantha. She very much took to Samantha. And I found that some interesting because when I was doing my research, I came across the funeral pictures, and Samantha and the one who played Samantha and the one who played Katie were at the funeral. They were at the, and it said that she really, Nell Carter really took to Sam, was very close to her, treated her like a daughter. Well, all the girls, but was very close to her. And here go the one that played as Julie, the one who wore the glasses. This is her too at the funeral, January 27th, 2003. But yeah, here she go again. The one who played as Sam, and you see the other two girls in the background. So yeah, they were definitely at the funeral. And you know who else was at the funeral, which I was really surprised to see. Let me go to this right quick. The other person that was at the funeral, who I was really surprised, was old girl who played on Sesame Street. Don't y'all remember her who played on Sesame Street? I can't remember her name right off top, but she was there at the funeral too. This is them taking her casket and stuff, and putting it inside the thing and everything. But yeah, these are the pictures. Here go her sons. Remember, Nell was Jewish, so her sons was Jewish. And yeah, and I also found a picture. Let me see if I can go to this right quick. Nell's. No, wait, wrong one. Nell's obituary. Found the obituary on here, which gives a long story about her life and everything she's done. She's on there. But something else I was going to say. I'm trying to remember. What else was I going to say? That she totally took to the children. Totally loved the children. I can't remember something else I was going to say. So let me put Essie on here while I think about it.
I see somebody said it was on. I think I'm echoing.
Okay.
I see somebody said that she was on 227, and she was also on Jamie Foxx reality show as the desk clerk. I also saw, so I want to bring, because Geneva's explaining so much, because I don't want you to think we don't see the comments, but she can't do the comments and do the commentary too. But Max Law recognized, I'm not sure if you're saying from North Carolina or you're saying NBC. They said I work with NC, which I would have thought they said NBC, on Give Me a Break in the 80s. I have a pic with her, when she first lost 100 pounds. So Max, we would love to see that picture of her when you worked with her in the 80s on NBC, and we can see when she lost that 100 pounds. And also, again, the friend of Tracy who came. You're on you, Geneva.
Hecky yeah, we would love to see that picture. This is her on Hanging with Mr. Cooper, with Raven Simone. Remember Raven Simone? And I forgot. Yeah, I'm just forgetting people names today. And Holly Robinson Pete. We see all of them in there. And yeah, I actually found a lot of pictures of her, but that's because I was just digging up some of everywhere. Let me go to the part where I got all of her pictures. This one right here. I found a lot of pictures. These are more pictures that I found of Tracy because I just found just a thousand pictures. Tracy Hardy, and you see they spelled her name different ways, Tracie. So that's why when it comes to research, like you got to be careful sometimes because it's spelled Tracy, then it's Tracey, then it's Tracie. So you never really know. Here go Tracy again at a school, L. Fraser Banks High School. More pictures of Tracy. There she go right there. Yeah, I just found her. I just found tons of pictures of Tracy. I wanted to mention this right here too. Remember Carrie? This is what Carrie said about Nell on her Facebook page, because you can find her on Facebook. This is what she says, June 7th, 2020. She said, Nell Carter, my black TV mama on Give Me a Break. She knew she needed to change the perception of black women on television. Nell constantly fought a team of network executives to represent her character as our adopted mama versus just our housekeeper. Who knew? That's what they were trying to do. They wanted her to just come in as the housekeeper, but Nell was like, no, I'm going to be the housekeeper / adopted mama. You're going to give me more roles, boo-boo. I am so proud of what she accomplished. She made a difference. Love you and miss you, mama. This is what Carrie said, the one who played as the oldest child on Give Me a Break. And the pictures. Let's just run through the pictures. Let's just run through them. This one, I mean, like her and Tracy look like twins on these pictures with the nose and everything. Look like straight up twins. I haven't found this picture. I didn't even know who this was, but look how small and young she look on that picture. I was like, okay, now same nose. Her and her daughter is twins. This is on Give Me a Break. Here she goes singing. More pictures. I don't know if this is from the musical. I don't know, but you know these are some throwback pictures of her. These ones, she looks a little older on this picture. This one right here. There go Nell. Here go her and Joey Lawrence. She loves all the kids on the show. And isn't that Rose? What is her name? I forgot her name. Rosie O'Donnell. Because sometimes you forget that even Rosie O'Donnell was on the show back in the day. Here she go with Raven Simone and them when they were on the show, singing, doing her thing. We always loved hearing her voice. What other pictures did I find? This one. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be putting up Getty's, but just put it up there anyway. Look at her on here. She was small. There was times, so she was definitely smaller. Here she go right here. You can tell this is a more current picture of her before she passed. Other pictures of her. I remember this episode. This is the episode when when her mother passed away on Give Me a Break? I remember that one. These pictures. I didn't even know she took a picture with the Bush. She even have a picture on there with Bush. I don't know if this first, second husband, somebody showed you those pictures. Here she go with Thelma Hopkins. This is Whitney Houston, Give Me a Break. There we go, some more pictures. Yeah, I found a lot of pictures of her. Even this one. That was just like a regular. She always did that face on Nell on Give Me a Break. And these ones. Just going through back down memory lane. Come on now. And Cinnamon Sunny. Yep, these are all. Oh, we remember this. Isn't this the one where they did the blackface? That was a huge episode. It's funny that we're still talking about blackface now, and they were talking about that in the 80s doing that. These little pictures of the magazine covers and stuff of her. Found these pictures where they were like on set. And I forgot, and I think I found these pictures on. I'm not even gonna say where I found these. But I found these pictures somewhere else. Those pictures, and here go actual pictures of the actual house that they did. Give me a break. Here go the house today. The house is still there. I thought that was pretty cool too. So I was like, well, let me screenshot that. Do y'all know the house is still there from Give Me a Break? But yeah, people, that is what I have to say. That is basically everything in a nutshell. And now we'll go to the comments. But there is no way on God's green that I could do all of this and read the comments at the same time. So yes, you got to give me grace, people. Thank you for giving me grace to allow me to now cipher back through the comments and see what y'all talking about. Now let's put Esset on.
I just want to say one thing. For the depth that you told Nell's story, and I've seen a lot of people tell it, this is totally different. All hands go up to the queen of investigation on this mic, Geneva Closett. You can't say she don't bring you out the closet. I'm going to hate to see when she come at me, baby. And so what's going to come out my closet? But I also have to say this was a very deep story, because if you really notice, a lot of stories that's been done on celebrities. A lot of stories that's been done on celebrities. You see incest, you see rape, you see violence, and then they have to go around with secrets to make it quiet. I also seen on one of the messages where someone said Geneva, because she was raped, don't mean she had to go. You know, she not all women who get violated like that be gay, but a hell of a lot of women that are violated, they go gay. They get heavier weight. They cover themselves up because they've been violated. There is a trauma behind that. And if you are traumatized behind a man, you probably won't want to be with him no more. But my hands go off to her, because a lot of women would have got pregnant and threw that baby away, aborted. Nell still took who she was as an individual. Said, I'm going to keep my baby no matter what. That shit says a lot for her character and who she was as an individual, who she was as a woman. I'm going to be honest with you. Nell's so pro-black to me, like how she was acting on screen. Y'all know it. Like, you wouldn't have thought that she would be married to no white men. I didn't. And I knew for some reason that little girl who was on Give Me a Break, she was close to her for some reason. You could just tell the genuine. And then another thing, I'm from Columbus, Georgia, Birmingham, like 3 hours away. Who would know? But there's a certain characteristic that Southern people carry, and she was ready to do that and not let anybody violate her, no matter her look, her weight, what she said, how she said it. And that to me speaks volume. And I have to say again, it's a lot of dirty secrets in Hollywood, behind Hollywood, and people's stories. And sometimes people are forced to be silent because they have no way out of their situation. Fortunately, Nell took her situation and used it for a positive. I'm not sure if I could have been in the same situation and do that. But I really want to thank Geneva for bringing this story to the forefront like this. Because if you don't know, if there is no research, then you don't know. I don't like to go on hearsay. Don't say what you heard about me. Let me see the paperwork to show me what you heard. That's two different things. And one thing that you can never say about Geneva, that when she comes, she don't come with all clear, straight facts down the border. So for that, I'm amazed at some of the things I heard today, you guys. When y'all hear Geneva putting something on, even though I be on here with her, I don't know that till y'all come over. So I just be like you, reading comments, listening, taking notes, because that's the good part about it. We just swing it as it is. And much love, because y'all see what went on. And Nell Carter, God bless you, my black sister, because you put heavyset black women, bold women, real women, country women on the map. And you really don't even realize you did that today. So for that, Nell Carter, I thank you. I thank your daughter. And for her being at CDC, hell, I feel a little better now knowing that Nell Carter's daughter might be up in there just because she us. Okay. So I'm just saying, God bless to everybody. Thank you. Miss Ty, thank you too. Geneva said she had never seen me with makeup off. Like, I don't wear makeup, y'all. All I wear is lipstick. But I came all the way with no makeup on. So this is what I look like. Full-fledged. And you know why I look like that? Because I don't dress my face with makeup to try to change it. So thank you, Miss Ty, for that. Go ahead, partner. Rock.
I'm going to throw this in right quick just because somebody mentioned it. Somebody said that Nell was on 227. So you know me. I went to Nell Carter 227 and went to images. And you were absolutely right. There she goes right there. Nell Carter was in, and it says 1989. She was definitely on 227. So yeah, that's what I said. People, just give me a little time to look it up right quick. You know I'm gonna look it up and check to verify, cause I didn't even know that. Cause I mean, like, this woman has done a lot. Like, hasn't she done a lot? And then to even hear that right before she passed away, she was doing her thing to be in Raisin, which is a version of A Raisin in the Sun. But yes, when I made that comment, that's why if y'all were listening, when I originally said it, I threw out a disclaimer. I said, I know that the LGBT community probably not going to like when I say this, but that's just my opinion. Like, that part, I'm just giving my opinion, because I didn't read that nowhere. I didn't read anywhere that the man who raped Nell when she was 16 was black. I didn't read that. I didn't read that the reason why she then, why she married two white men was because she was raped by a black man. I didn't read that. That's all opinions. I did not read that the reason why that Ann Kaiser, how you say that? I didn't read that she was white. She could be black. I'm just giving my opinion on stuff. And I totally, absolutely did not read, research, or find that the reason why Nell ended up going to a woman was because she was raped and whatever transpired in her relationships with men. None of that did I research, find. It ain't an article that said that. That's my own opinion. And when I'm doing this video, and after all the research I done did, I can give an opinion, okay? And what I tend to do is try to throw out like little disclaimers and stuff and let you know. And you should be able to tell the difference, because mostly everybody, damn near everybody in here should be grown. So y'all should be able to tell the difference between Geneva just giving an opinion. So that's just her opinion, and everybody got an opinion. And Geneva's reading facts, because she's showing me facts. She fact out articles. I fact out some articles. I fact out some headstones for you. And really, I didn't even show you everything I got, because I got more stuff on the parents, on the grandparents, because y'all know me, I kind of go back a little bit far. What I wanted to mention too, right quick, is, before I get off of here, because I don't want to forget this, because a question may be, well, Geneva, you mentioned Tracy, but you didn't say anything. Wait, this is the wrong one. You mentioned Tracy, but you didn't say anything about the sons, Joshua and, is it Daniel? Yeah, I think Joshua and Daniel. So let's go to the sons again, right quick. Oh, Lord. Am I on the screen? Okay, so I'm thinking I'm on the two people on the screen. Let's go to the sons. Where are the sons? We're just going to go to this picture, whatever. I don't feel like keep searching. The sons are older now. Based on my research, I think Joshua should be 31 and Daniel should be 30. Now, I believe I came up with some information on Joshua, but because I was not able to extra confirm that, and I didn't want to drag this research on any longer. I already been doing research for almost 2 weeks, on and off for 2 weeks. I just stopped it. So I do not know where the children are today, but I heard that they're doing fine. Now, I did pull up something on Lipstick Alley, and Lipstick Alley had gave some pictures. Matter of fact, let me see, can I find that? Lipstick Alley had mentioned some pictures. Okay, yeah, there they go right there. There go the children. There go the children when she passed away. And what pictures did Lipstick Alley gave these pictures. They said this was Joshua, whichever one. And they said this one. I wasn't able to confirm that. Now, do they look alike? Yes, they definitely got the same nose, totally all day long. But I was not able to confirm that. But someone on Lipstick Alley, if I'm not mistaken, back in 2014, this is when this was put on there, said that this was them and that they had contacted the guy and they were going to come back and verify if the guy said that he was Nell Carter's son, but I didn't see any rebuttal after that, so I don't know if they were able to tell. And, and something else I appreciate about Nell Carter is, did she not speak her truth? I mean, like, she did not have to tell the story on Tracy. I mean, she could have just told about everything she dealt with as far as drugs, but she did not have to tell that part. But the fact that she came out and let it all out, and there are a lot of interviews that I wish that I could have played, just like the theme, you know, like the theme song of Give Me a Break. Wanted to play that. No copyrights. There's a lot of interviews that she did where she was really heartfelt and gave some really good information, but didn't want to get a copyright. But if y'all are interested, you can go out there and totally check out a lot of interviews where she did, where you hear her speaking, where she's totally speaking her truth and letting out some tears, because obviously it hurt her. It hurt her, the things that she went through. Miss Nell Carter, who passed away again January 23rd, 2003, at the age of, what was she, 50, 54 or something like that, I think she was. 54. Okay. Now I think I'm done. So I want to thank everybody that's here today. Let's see some of the people. Kevin, Sharita, Thea, Linda. Hey, how y'all doing, everybody? One love. TC, Paula, Elizabeth, how you doing? Queen Maxine, did I already say Thea and Love Mifro, and Tab Black and Adia F, and I hear all some of y'all saying that I had no idea. I didn't even know about some of these things, and that's why I did this video, because for all of the, I knew that. Okay, so yeah, you probably knew she was on drugs, but did you know about the Whitney Houston thing? Okay. And that you probably knew about the Whitney Houston thing, but did you know about her daughter and the details on her daughter? And okay, you probably heard about the daughter, but did you know about the timeline and that the siblings and stuff like that? Matter of fact, had you did the research and pulled up anybody, did you do that? Did you know about that? No, so you probably did not. So, you know, I forgot what the hell I was about to say. For me, for all of the, I knew that when I was doing my research, I was coming across a lot of people when I was reading articles, and I would go down and read the comments to the articles. A lot of people that was like, I didn't even know she had passed. I didn't know she was on drugs. I didn't even know she had kids. She was married. I didn't even know she was, you know, so a lot of people didn't know. So this is what this video is, because this is what Geneva's Closet do. Well, see, Essie said she didn't even know. She had no idea. And I didn't even know. To the extent, like I said, back 10 years ago, I knew that she had some kids. And I remember she had a daughter she had adopted. But I didn't know about the rape and all of that type of stuff. I did not know that. So this is what happens in Geneva's Closet. When I go full throttle and do my research, I like to give information that you probably, there's a chance that you could have known some of this, but there's no way on God's green earth that you knew all the details that I done just inserted in this video. You can't even tell me that you did. You couldn't even begin to tell me that you did. So that's what I like to do. I like to dig deep and present it all to you. That's what we do here in Geneva's Closet. I just try to give it to you, people. Try to give it to you. And yeah, and I want to thank, who else? Yep, just everybody that's here. I don't even know if I'm reading all the names. Did I say hey to Tammy? Hey, Ty girl, I didn't even know Ty was here. My sister's keeper, Sparkles River, Dorothy. At least you are going to at least always a minimum get me doing one click out when I'm going live, okay? Because I think I'm doing this every video. I'm accidentally clicking out. Whatever, people. I'm over here. Let me tell y'all what y'all doing. I'm running this screen. Then I'm running another screen. Then I got two phones. One plugged in that I'm using to navigate all the pictures and stuff. Another one that I'm reading articles. Not to mention all of these cards I got over here with notes. So I got extra cards over here with notes. Not even to mention the tablet that I got highlighted with all of my other information. So believe me, people, I'm back here trying to navigate a lot and make sure I present everything to you. But if you missed it, you're going to have to start back from the beginning of this video. You definitely have. May I have y'all necklaces? That's what Sparkle River said. You like the necklaces, Sparkle River? Thank you so much. Dorothy said, where was Jory Lawrence and this brother, Child Star, got his start on Give Me a Break? Yeah, they were there too. I think I showed a picture. I didn't go into detail about Jory Lawrence or whatever because it's not really about besides the fact that Nell loved all the children. And you can see that on the show that she loved the children. So, yeah, basically. Let's see what Miss Berry got to say. And then after this, we're pretty much going to be done. Let's see what Miss Berry got to say.
Child, I'm waiting for some more information. What the grandparents and the descendants and the ones they brought from? I'm still waiting for some more because this was like, you know what? As much as I love this lady, I really feel shame of myself, y'all, because nothing that Geneva told me today, you could have not told me. It ain't no big thing because, hey, I might go white to get right. I don't know, but I'm just saying I never knew that she was married to a Caucasian man. I never knew she was violated at that age and then had to lie about it. Then it seemed like she had so much love that she adopted these two boys and gave them love. So many people who have left the earth. And then I did not know she died the same year that Fred died. You see what I'm saying? There's so many things that she brought up that I, with her, say 100%. I know y'all didn't know all this because I was back there. I was glad she had me off the screen. I was like, what? And just still taking notes. So to that again, phenomenal woman, Nell Carter all the way. And now I've already had respect for her because you never heard nothing negative on her, but much love, much respect for that queen because she made us all look at things differently in history, period.
Absolutely. Someone asked me, did the older man which older man? This older man? The man who played as Mr. Kalinsky, whatever. Yeah, he passed away in 1985. And remember on the show when he passed away, Nell Carter, she was hurt. She was devastated. Well, in real life, she was hurt and she was devastated when he passed away. But yeah, he passed away May 8th, 1985. Matter of fact, is this it? Where is the one I'm looking for? This is the one I'm looking for. Matter of fact, right, these are the pictures and stuff that I brought up. Remember, he was on the show. Pictures right here, right there. She loved him. They had a very close relationship. And I just seen these are like I didn't even know what he looked like when he was younger. All I knew was what he looked like on the show. So yeah, I found these other pictures of him because he did some more acting and different things like that. But this is pretty much what we remember him to be on the show. But just in case you were asking me about, because I wasn't sure which person you was asking me about. No, wait, no. Am I able to pull it up? No, for some reason. Wait a minute. Okay, give me a break. I want to see the cast. Give me a break cast. Remember, he played as the police officer. Remember, he played as the police. And you see, not only did he play as the police, the sheriff or whatever, give me a break, but he also played as old boy on The Monsters. Look at Essie. She was like, what? We finding out some stuff today. And is we not? Same face, too. Same face expressions. Howard Morton as Grandpa on The Monsters. Yes, is also the man who played as the officer on Give Me a Break. So, just because, again, I'm not even really sure if that's who you were talking about when you said the older man, because for some reason I was thinking about the man who played as the grandfather, but is he even on here? Is this him? Oh, yeah, this is him. Get the hell out of here. Because this is basically, he played on Star Trek? Oh, hell no. Y'all remember the grandpa on the dang on thing? What in the hell? I didn't even know. But yeah, I guess this is him in his younger days. Who in the hell knew? Okay, Grandpa. What in the hell? I did not know that. But yeah, so I guess you learn something new every day. I had no idea. Anyway, so yeah, and when did they say he passed away? He passed away in 1991. So it looked like they all kind of passed away in the 90s. And his name was John Hoyt, whatever. Born in 1905. So yeah, people, there you go. There you go with that one.
I want to say that we heard this education. I didn't get educated. I got educated today on Geneva's educated on this page. They not educated Because how bad is it us as Black people, the ones who did watch it, Black, white, or whatever, and we didn't know the history? You see what I'm saying? And what people don't really understand, we do want to see more of us on TV. We do more to want to see what it's like. We don't just go around killing each other. We don't just go around having all bad vibes. We don't just go around disrespecting each other. There are very prominent people that paved the way for people like me, like Geneva, and so many other people. And I have to say, girl, Nell, I ain't seen no big woman move like her. Not on no TV, not like that. Just like Fred, she be moved. Then she go and do that shit. Give me a break, I sure deserve. Baby, she's all day. Much love again, Geneva. And thank you again for having me on here to educate me on people that I watched on TV that I didn't know. I just didn't know. Period. On you.
And that's why I want to say for my final and last time that even though the title of this video may sound a little vulgar, it may sound like it's Geneva trying to come for Nell. You know, you got to put a title so you can get people's attention. And plus, everything in the title is facts. I didn't make up anything. That is some real life stuff. But all respect is due to Nell Ruth Hardy, aka Nell Carter, and her daughter. I have nothing bad to say about Tracy Janice Hardy. I have nothing bad to say about her adoptive sons. I have nothing bad to say about the whole situation. I'm just here to simply let you know, just in case you didn't know, and say, did you know? And if you didn't know, you have learned today. That's basically what we're trying to say to people. But anyway, I enjoyed talking to you all. I'm sorry if I couldn't get to all your questions and stuff. Please feel free to, you can email me at any time, and you can email Miss Berry. Let me say, you can follow Miss Berry. Let me put her stuff back up right quick. You can follow Miss Berry on Facebook and YouTube at Essie Berry, and you can email us right down at the bottom, civil rights activist Essie Berry at gmail.com. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Miss Berry, for being on today. I really do appreciate it. You have a fabulous day, girl.
Much love, you guys. Take care. God bless and see y'all on the next venture.
Righty, people, and we are done. We are done. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate, again, you all taking the time. I don't even know how long we've been on here. I hope I gave you some information that you didn't know. And who are we going to talk about next in Geneva's Closet? You never know whose stuff I'm finna dig up into and say in so many words. Did you know? Thank you again, everybody. I really appreciate it. And could you please, thank you to the people that were sitting in the background that didn't say anything. You was just watching. That's all right. You can watch. Every time I come on YouTube and look at a video, I don't be in the comments. I don't be socializing and stuff all the time. But to the people that did, I really do appreciate it. And I totally appreciate you just watching. Even just that, I appreciate that. But while you watching and sitting in the background saying nothing, could you please like and share this video and subscribe to Geneva's Closet if you haven't already done so right here on YouTube. And you can follow me on Facebook at what? Instagram and Twitter. At what? At Geneva's Closet. And you can follow me on TikTok at Geneva McLean. And you can email me, people, at genevascloset22 at gmail.com. You all have a fabulous weekend. Me and Essie Berry will see you next week when we go live from where? From good old Las Vegas, because what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. But it's all right. We're going to share a little bit with you on Thanksgiving with Miss Berry. Just chug-a-lug over here. You all have a fabulous evening, people. We will talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Anyway, people, I can't even seem to get it right. I'll talk to you later, people. Bye.